the truth cannot harm us. Without challenges, where would we be in life? We would never grow. Break it down into its simplest form, break it down into little steps and just follow that. Don't judge others. Avoid toxicity, avoid toxic people. I wish when I was younger I had these rules to follow. When I was going through school, struggling with my identity, wondering who I was, what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be, how to behave, how to act, how to become the best version of myself, I wish I had these rules. And I know 61 rules seems like a lot, it might seem scary, and maybe you want to click off because 61 is too much. But they're just short phrases really, and they're very easy to remember. So if you just write them down or screenshot them, they're just little mantras that you can remember. And yes, instantly, they won't change your life. But if you just have these 61 rules in front of you, they will guide you through life. And if you can remember the words to a full song, one of your favorite songs, and you remember all the words, then you can easily remember these 61 phrases. It takes a little bit of time, but once you remember them and they're just synced into your brain, they will guide you and help you become the best version of yourself. Don't attach your self-worth to results. If you think you're going to be happy when you get a certain thing, then if you don't get the thing, you won't be happy. But maybe when you get it, you've put off all the happiness for delayed happiness when you could have just been happy right now. 2, seek truth. This is a core principle to live a good life. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote that the truth cannot harm us. The thing is, the truth just shows us what is true. So if someone says something offensive about you, either A, it's true and that can guide you to become a better version of yourself, or 2, it is false. And the truth in that situation is that this person is a liar and they make up falsehoods, and you don't need to get wrapped up in this gossip and drama. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics taught of the dichotomy of control. Some things are within your power, some things are not. Epictetus said that within our power are our motivation, opinion, desire, aversion, and not within our power, health, wealth, reputation, office, and in a word, whatever is not of your own doing. If you can only focus on what you can control, then you can put all your energy into this 1% of things in life that you can control. You don't control the weather, but you control your opinion on the weather. So stop trying to stop the rain and just say, this is okay. Be courageous. This was one of the core principles of Stoicism and one of the 4 virtues. One of the golden rules of Stoicism is to be courageous, because without courage, nothing really happens. You can't stand up for yourself, you can't stand up for others. You don't have the courage to face your fears and go through hardships, go through pain in order to seek the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't complain. As Dr. Michael Sagru says, all men suffer, but not all men pity themselves. Complaining is just a way to make your troubles worse. It's a way to complain to others and seek validation that yes, this is a terrible situation. The truth is, the situation is terrible regardless of how you react, how you complain, how you don't complain. So why not try and make the best of the situation, grow from the situation, look for answers, seek something that you can do productively rather than just complaining and making things worse. Be kind. Yes, the Stoics, as strong and great as they were, they believe that kindness is a core principle of life. It's a way you should be. It's part of your being. To be kind is a good thing. They believed in the concept of sympatheia, that all of our fates are interwoven. So being good for yourself is being good for others. Being good for others is being good for yourself. So it is good to be kind. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, all of them taught of kindness, because that's what it means to be truly strong. Rule 8, don't focus on what you can't control. The dichotomy of control. Obviously, there are things outside of your control. Do not give your energy, mind, attention to these things, because it is wasted effort. You can't control how people behave, what opinions people form of you. You can try, but at the end of the day, people will lie and make up stories about you. This is just a fact of life. So if you try to control these lies, then it just causes inner turmoil, more stress, and it's wasted energy. You're putting all your focus and energy into 99% of things that you have no control over. So it's just wasted energy going out into the atmosphere. Rule number 9, have aim. Marcus Aurelius said, without aim, we wander around aimlessly. So at the start of the day, you can just put down what you want to achieve in that day, start of the week, what you want to achieve for that week, for your year, what you want to achieve for your year. What is your aim? Maybe your aim is to help people, to do good, to improve your health. If you just have these things in mind at the start of your day, then it gives you direction throughout the day. So when you find yourself procrastinating, being lost, confused, not knowing what to do, you can just look at that aim and go, this is what I need to do. This is my job for today, my job for the week. This is my purpose. Rule number 10, find the good in people. this speaks for itself, but oftentimes we seek the worst in people, we seek how to be harmed by people, we seek to be enemies of people, but this just causes conflict. And if you seek the good in people, yes, it doesn't change the truth that some people are bad, some people have hurt you, but you start to notice more positive things around you. Here's a thought experiment. If I ask you right now to look around a room, look for all the red objects, you're looking around, how many red things can you notice? I'll give you a few seconds. Now tell me how many blue things you spotted. Oftentimes you didn't actually notice any blue things because you was looking for the red, and that's the same with good and bad. You look for the good, you notice the good. You look for the bad, you notice the bad. Doesn't change the truth, doesn't make more good in the world, doesn't make more bad in the world. But if you look for the good, you will notice it. 11, be strict with yourself and tolerant with others. This is what Marcus Aurelius taught. The idea is that you can control your own ruling faculties, so you be strict with yourself, you maintain your patience, you maintain your anger, all these kind of things, you're disciplined, but you allow leeway for people. People make mistakes, and this is just a gracious thing to do. And I've noticed all the best people I know, even celebrities and famous people, they have this same mentality. They're very strict with their own life, very structured, they're the masters of their own destiny, but they allow leeway for others. It's just a very gracious thing to do, and it is a kind of thing to do. Listen more than you speak. Zeno of Citium said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth because we listen twice as much as we speak. This is just to stop you from saying silly things. If you just remember this in mind, think, do I really need to say this thing, or shall I just listen? Because you rarely learn something new when you speak, but you always learn when you listen. So listen more than you speak. Be just, or follow justice. This is the golden virtue of Stoicism, justice. The Stoics believe that all these teachings, if they do not lead to helping others, then they are for selfish reasons. So seek to help others and be just. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor, he was on battlefields, this powerful man, this great man, this warrior, the philosopher king. He was not afraid to ask for help, and he wrote in his meditations that he asked for help. I think people are afraid to ask for help because it shows a sign of weakness. But asking for help is refusing to give up. It's putting your ego aside and saying, hey, these people know better than me. This person might see it from an unbiased point of view. They can help me. It's refusal to give up. Never stop learning. Again, Marcus Aurelius never stopped learning. It was reported that even into his old age, he would attend lectures and philosophical talks. He was always reading because he was always a student. Use temperance. Another one of the Stoic virtues is temperance, or moderation. It helps you not overindulge, so you don't overdrink, overeat, overdo anything. Even when you think of things like discipline, like exercise or work, a lot of people work really hard. They're very disciplined in their work, but actually they don't have this moderation in the whole of their life. So they work really hard to earn lots of money, to spend it on going out, drinking lots. So they maintain discipline in one area, but the rest of their life has no discipline. So this temperance, this moderation, helps you maintain this moderation in every aspect of your life. So you're a stable person. You're not underdoing anything, you're not overdoing anything. You're very maintained, very grounded, very balanced. Don't procrastinate. So if you're just doom scrolling, looking at pointless things, you just have to remind yourself, don't procrastinate. It's a wasted life. You get to the end of your day or the end of the week and you lay there in bed and go, I'm so happy that I doom scrolled for hours on end. And I'm not saying social media is not bad. I'm not saying TikTok or Instagram or YouTube's bad. Because obviously there's lots of value out there. I use all of them, I get lots of value. But you get to a point where you're scrolling for no reason at all, just trying to get that dopamine boost. And you just have to tell yourself, this is not good. And you will not look back on this moment and go, oh, I'm glad I laid there for 3 hours scrolling. But you might be glad that you went outside, got some fresh air, you spoke to a friend, you cooked a dinner, you did some exercise, you did something, you wrote, you meditated. You'll go, I'm glad I did that, rather than doom scrolling. You don't move a mountain all at once. You begin by moving small stones. It's simple, but people try to attack the biggest obstacle in their life, and they try do it, and then ultimately they fail because it's impossible. You have to break it down in small chunks, one step at a time. You don't run a marathon all in one go. You've got to put in the work, a few little steps. You've got to eat right, train right, be prepared, wear the right thing. Things aren't achieved, great things aren't achieved in one go. It's very small steps. So to move that mountain, begin just by moving small stones. And do not disregard these small steps. Small progress is better than no progress. Seek lessons in all people. The first chapter of the Meditations, Marcus Aurelius is giving thanks to the gods and the people in his life for the lessons he learned from them. So lessons from his mother and his father, like manliness, piety, generosity, avoidance of habits of the rich. He wrote because he was very rich. He avoided the habits like overindulging, going to these great parties that were just ridiculous, as he described. But yeah, seek lessons in all people. So even bad people, you can look at them and go, this is what not to do. Teachers, you can go, I love their enthusiasm for teaching. Your parents, I love how patient they are. These kind of things, you can learn something from everyone. Even bad people are a lesson on what not to do. Read. It's very obvious, but actually reading is a key to growth. It's a key to learning. And there is a new reason you should read that no one really thinks of. So obviously, a book like this has so much knowledge. It's 2,000 years old, the thoughts of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and I read this and I learned all these things. But then I think the younger generation will benefit from reading because if you look at this, it's very boring visually and you're not getting instant hits of dopamine. So reading now that people are used to all this fast-paced media, it's like meditating. You're allowing your brain to just relax and do one thing, and it helps you maintain concentration, it helps you be more patient, it helps you maintain focus. So if you're struggling to study or relax or meditate, reading is so good because you're calming your brain down and saying, this is okay to just do this at a slow pace, rather than going like all these things crazy. Avoid toxicity, avoid toxic people, just cut them out of your life. If people keep dragging you down, hurting you, lying about you, and you're in this circle of friends that are just bringing you down, they're not doing good things and you don't agree with it, you can just cut them out, you can avoid them. For a while it might be hard, they might be trying to draw you back in, you might have some guilt because these are your friends, but at the end of the day you have to do what's best for you, and ultimately what's best for you is best for everyone else because you'll be a better person, you can be a better person to be around, you learn better things. I've met so many people, I've known so many friends that got with the wrong group and it completely derailed their life, ruined their life. They ended up in prison, ended up dead. So you want to avoid those sort of people that are just dragging you down, bringing the worst out of you. Which brings me on to my next rule, rule 22. Associate with people that bring you up, people that want the best in you. Oftentimes, people that want the best in you is actually quite challenging. They make you ask questions about yourself that's hurtful. It makes you question your integrity, who you are, your character. But these people that love you, they want the best in you, and you have to seek out these people because they will not let your bad traits slide. They will not let you be a bad person. And as harmful as this is sometimes, and you feel like they're attacking you, these are the people that want the best. Whereas the bad people, the toxic people, will allow you to do bad behaviors. They'll feed that because they want that as well. So seek people that will call the best in you, people that love you, people that are trying to help you. These are the people you want to associate with. Rule 23, bring people up, don't pull them down. This shows so much strength. And you see a lot of people, these alpha males that think they're strong and they push people down because they're the confident one, they're the strong one. But a truly strong person doesn't need to put people down to make themselves feel more superior. They are so open, so willing to pull people up. You've got to think of people like Muhammad Ali in his later years, the heavyweight champion boxer, arguably the greatest boxer of all time. He would bring people up. He would try compliment people, bring people up to his level because he wasn't worried. He could bring someone up right on top of the mountain with him, as high as he wanted to take them, and he's not worried that they'll dethrone him or knock him down because he doesn't fear these things. He's strong. Where people that think they're strong, they'll push people down to have this sense of superiority. Rule 24, don't attach to things. This is like your favorite mug, your favorite shirt, your car. Even Epictetus goes as far as saying your loved ones. He says when you kiss your wife or kids at night, remind yourself that they are mortal and any moment could be the last of them. But in simple terms, you've got your favorite thing that might break. The fact is, everything breaks. And if it doesn't break before you, then you break before it. You die before the thing has died. Everything dies. But don't get attached to these things. You have your favorite mug. Say to yourself that this mug will break. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, so I'll just enjoy it whilst I have it. When it breaks, you go, I knew it was going to break. Simple, but don't attach to things. Don't seek other people's approval. Yes, it's good to have guidance from loved ones who want the best in you, but oftentimes, I'm referring more to social media, we go to social media seeking approval from others, trying to get those likes. We post pictures we think other people will like, we put a filter on, we do a certain pose, we do a certain thing, we have a certain caption, so we appeal to people and we get their likes. But this isn't appealing to ourselves. We're not approving ourselves, we're not making ourselves happy, we're just making other people happy. Don't sulk in the rain, dance in the rain, because it will always rain and you can't do anything to stop it. It's simple, you can dance in the rain or sulk in the rain, it will rain regardless. It's just your opinion on these things. You can either be sad that something's happening or happy that something's happening. And yes, even bad things in life, really bad things, you can be super sad, destroyed that this thing's happened, and it's okay to be sad, it's okay to try, it's okay to grieve. But you can still seek the best from that situation, you can still seek to learn something from it, you can still grieve and seek the best rather than grieving and looking for the worst. You can start to move in a positive direction. Like if you're stuck in traffic, you can say, right, perfect time for me to listen to that podcast, rather than going, oh, I'm stuck in traffic, this is awful, I'm going to be late. What are you going to do? You can't make the traffic, move out of the way. Love your fate, as the Stoics said, amor fati. It's Latin for love of one's fate. And you can get this t-shirt on the Everyday Stoic website. The love of one's fate. Life will throw fates at you regardless. Everything will happen to you, bad, good, challenges, the easy things, everything just happens, and the Stoics just say, what else can you do about it? You just say, I love it, because it's going to happen regardless. And if you have this mentality that you love what happens, what comes your way, the Stoics believed in this flame, the concept of the flame, that when you add fuel to the flame, you throw wood on the flame, paper on the flame, cardboard, books, tables, fuel is what that is, and it fuels the flame to grow brighter and stronger, and that's how you should be. Life's throwing adversity and challenges at you, and you take this, you burn it up, you love it, and you make the best of it, and you grow bigger and stronger. Leave things better than when you found them. I refer to people when I say this, so you go into a situation, you want someone to feel better, you want the world to be a better place for having you in it, so if you meet someone, give them something, a bit of wisdom, a bit of kindness, a bit of grace. You leave them with something, anything. It could be that 1% improvement, that 0.001% improvement on their life. But if you keep this in mind, then it just leaves the world in a better place. And I also think this for like litter, like if you go on a walk, you go on your dog walk or anything, just pick up a piece of litter, put it in a bin. It's very simple, but very powerful. Don't worry about things more than you need to. The idea is that something happens and you go, oh no, this is happening, or this is about to happen, and you worry. Everyone worries at some point. And the idea is you just break it down, you go, what can I do? You write down, what can I do? What's the best solution? You think about the best solution and you go, right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing it. Rather than just worrying about it, putting it off, worrying about it, putting it off. You just worry more than you need to. And if you've got a thing coming in the future, you're going to the dentist. Yes, the dentist can hurt, the dentist can be horrible, but you don't need to spend the full month waiting for the dentist worrying. You can just get to the dentist and then worry. And you go, oh, this isn't good. And then you have like 10 minutes of worry, 10 minutes of pain, and you go, that wasn't so bad, rather than a month of worry and 10 minutes of pain. And oftentimes that worry can increase the pain because you've been putting it off so long, it's scary, and then it's such panic when it happens. Don't be scared to let go. People work so hard on something, work so hard on a relationship, work so hard on a goal, that they want to stay onto this thing. They add importance to the thing. They equate time with importance. So you always hear the thing of, it's okay to stop reading a book. If you're reading this book and you get halfway through it and you're like, this is just rubbish, this is a waste of my time. Not this book, because this is the best book you'll ever read. But you're reading a book and you're like, this is just a waste of my time. People, they get halfway through it, they're like, I've spent 5 days reading this, I'll carry on reading it. But why don't you just see it as you spent 5 days to realize you don't want to waste another 5 days? And that's the same with relationships. You spend a year in a relationship and realize like, this isn't good, this person's not good, it's not good for your health, the relationship isn't working. Rather than going, I'll waste another 20 years in this relationship, just think this year has led me to grow and understand that this relationship's not for me. And you learn something from everything. I hope you're writing these down, just the rules. They'll come up on a screen, just screenshot them or write them down because it's very important. Don't be afraid of new opportunity. Opportunity is the way we grow in life. When opportunities are presented to us, we take them and we grow. My whole life, I was scared of new opportunities because it was a new thing. It's outside your comfort zone. If something is a new opportunity, it will be outside your comfort zone. If it's in your comfort zone, then it's not very new to you. It's not different. It's not a challenge. When these new opportunities lead to growth, be okay with being a beginner. It's okay to seem foolish. It's okay to seem like a beginner and not good at something, because everyone starts at this point. And everyone, not everyone, 95% of people don't start something. They won't start the gym, they won't start ballet, they won't start jiu-jitsu, they won't start reading or writing or singing because they think, oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot. So they just never do it. And you throw away this whole thing of life because you don't want those few days, weeks, months, or even a year of looking like a novice. When the best people, the masters in jiu-jitsu, the teachers, the greatest singers, they've started that journey, and they're the ones that will show you grace. They'll say, yeah, this is where I started, and that's how you get to where I am. The people that judge you are just, they've never tried it themselves, or they tried and they gave up at the start because they were scared of seeming like a beginner. So they don't want to see you succeed in something. They don't want to see you prevail. They want you to have the same excuse they have, because then it justifies them having that excuse. Make sense? Maybe. Don't seek revenge. It's simple. When something happens to you, someone is mean to you, and you're seeking revenge, you're just wasting your time holding onto their emotion. You're holding onto the anger that they gave you, and you're holding onto it until you can let it out back at them. But then this harms them, and they want to inflict the same revenge on you, and it's just fighting fire with fire, and it just develops into something worse. And it's just a waste of your time. It's a waste of your mental capacity. Seeking revenge is just a waste. Just seek to grow from that situation, seek to learn what not to do, seek to avoid them, or grow beyond them. You know, you have to see it, there's like squabbles going on at the low level, like these people just squabbling, and then someone, they move out of that area, they get a different job, they start a hobby, they start looking after themselves, and eventually they get to the point where they've got their life on track, and they're like, why waste my time with them? They don't even notice this squabbling going on anymore because they've got their life on track. They're not trying to divert, squabble over here over ridiculous things. Rule 34, very similar, don't hold on to anger. Someone gives you their anger. They give you something, it's like they give you a vial of poison, and then you're like, oh, shall I hold it, throw it away? Or most people, they drink it and go, right, I'm feeling this, angry now. I want this anger, because what you're wanting to do, like the last rule, is you're wanting to seek revenge. So you decide that you want to hold on to this anger, you want to justify this anger, you want to look for reasons for you to be angry, what they've done to harm you, so that in turn you can justify what your ego is about to do. So if you're about to fight back, you're about to call them names, you're about to hurt someone, you've held on to this anger so you can justify it. You go, well, I was really angry, they hurt me, and then you can justify your actions, but it's just a waste of time, and it only hurts you. 35, one of the most important rules is to be present. Life only exists in this present fleeting moment. It doesn't exist in the past or the future, just here right now. This Memento Mori calendar that I use, all the black there is the past, that's my life that's gone. All this white here is the future that may never happen. I could die tomorrow. So life only exists in this small white square, and the idea is you fill in a white square every week, and that's all that exists. So if you're thinking of all this and all this, you're just wasting your mind in that area when you only have to be present in that moment. So being present is just appreciating this present moment for what it is, and your mind's not elsewhere. So this goes for when you're at a social situation. Don't be on your phone, scrolling, looking at Instagram, TikTok, just wishing you was away from the situation. If you wish you was away from the situation, don't be at the situation. You're doing a disservice to yourself and to others. I use this Memento Mori life calendar, and you can get it on the Everyday Stoics store, and you can get 15% off with code DEATH. It's just something I use as a visceral reminder that the present moment is all that exists, and you can't waste it, and you have to be grateful for this moment. Rule 36, and something that changed my life, was practice gratitude. I actually learned this from Tony Robbins, but the Stoics teach this as well. I used to, on my walk to work every morning, I used to think 3 things I am grateful for. And I won't just go like, oh, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for the beautiful weather, I'm grateful for my friends and family. I would sit there for 5 minutes, well not sit there, I'd be walking. I'd think, I'm grateful for my family. And I think how that makes me feel. I can feel the happiness, I can feel the joy, the contentment, I can feel this gratitude. And then I'd think, whoa, look at this weather, it's so nice. The rain sounds incredible. It's the way it's shining and the lights from the street lamps are shining on it. You know how it does, it looks really good and it smells really nice. You think of these things, you say, I'm really grateful for these things. What that does is practicing this gratitude, you start to boost your mood and you look for the good. Cultivate a purpose. Viktor Frankl talks about this in Man's Search for Meaning. You need a purpose in life, and don't put yourself down because you don't have this great purpose. People will have different purposes. If your purpose is to follow the virtues, courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice, that's your purpose. It's to be a good person. And I think everyone's purpose should be that. So when you wake up in the morning, you go, right, I'm going to help at least one person. I'm going to be kind to at least one person. That's what I'm going to do. And it gives you direction throughout the day. It gets to lunchtime and you've got leftover lunch, or you got extra at Subway or McDonald's, wherever you're going, and you go, right, I'll give this to the homeless guy, I'll give this to a colleague, it's something nice to, you're on the tram and you got that tram ticket, all day ticket, when you get off you go, right, I'll give this to a woman waiting for the tram. It's just that thing that carries you throughout the day and it gives you some form of direction. Be a flame, we spoke about this earlier, but to be a flame, this thing that burns up all the challenges that come its way. It grows through adversity. So when someone throws a difficulty at you, you go, right, this is something I can learn. How can I use this challenge? This is something that's helped me huge. When I'm going through difficulties or challenges, and if it's something completely new, I'm like, wow, this is something completely new. I've never wrapped my head around this problem. I've never found a solution to this. So when I work this out, I would have grown from it. And when something's really hard, you go, right, this is harder than anything I've ever faced. If I can get through this, which you can, then I can grow drastically. So be the flame that burns up challenges. Use hardships for growth. And this goes for your past as well. Things that have happened in your past, difficulties that have happened in your past. Don't put yourself down because these things have happened and say, oh, this happened to me. I was like this in the past. So I'm gonna be less. I'm gonna shy away from my potential. Understand that these challenges, these difficulties, this hardship has built you. It's your unique you. It's your unique history that has made you into the person you are. These challenges, without challenges, where would we be in life? We would never grow. It's like the trees that never face the wind, never face the storms. They don't grow the roots, so they just fall. When they grow too tall, they'll fall. And so these challenges build your roots. Rule 40. Don't look for insult, look for what is best to do. 2 colleagues are arguing at work and you hear your name is brought up and you can sit there and go, right, this is what people do. They sit there and go, how can I be insulted? Well, he said this about me, did this about me. She was talking about this, she was talking about my favorite celebrity, my favorite team, whatever it is. And then you're looking for ways to be insulted because you want to join in and attack back. You want to be the victim in a way. But just look for what is best to do. Sit there and go, right, these 2 people are arguing, they're annoying me, they're distracting me from my work. Oh, they brought my name up, right. Those 2 always argue. They're always being silly, they're always talking about things they shouldn't be, they're always putting themselves down. I can see they're always getting stressed out. Let's just avoid that. Let's put my headphones in, just ignore what they're on about because I've got stuff to do. Rule 41, break things down, remove their power. Marcus Aurelius taught me this. He said things like wine, as silly as it sounds. Wine is a great thing, very expensive, luxurious drink. It's just fermented grape. The idea is, in life, you see likes and you're like, oh, likes. It's just a tap of a button. It doesn't mean much. What means more is the fulfillment you actually have. And special objects, a cool flashy car, it's just that. It's not your self-worth. It's not your happiness. It's just a flashy car. And it's like nearly everyone says when they got that thing, they realized it didn't bring them happiness. But listen to these people. But also, it's the same with challenges. You don't know what to do. Maybe you've got something at work that you're not quite sure what to do. Just break it down into its simplest form. I have to send an email. I have to type on a keyboard, send an email. That's all I have to do. You stop attaching all this weight to it, all this baggage to it. Just break it down into its simplest form, break it down into little steps, and just follow that. Stop adding more to something. Stop making it a scary monster when it's just a little thing you have to do. Rule 42, don't get lost in the materialistics. Marcus Aurelius says, be careful not to be Caesarified. Don't be walking around in your fancy gowns and thinking you're better than everyone else. Don't get lost in materialistic, and this is happening so much with social media. We see our favorite influencer with some new designer brand, new car, new anything, and we think, oh, I want to be like them. They eat at a certain place, and we're like, I have to eat at this place to be cool. You don't. What's really cool is doing what you want to do, being you, not following the crowd. It's not cool to follow the crowd. It's not cool to just be like everyone else just because that's cool. These people that are doing it, like the influencers, a lot of them seem cool because they're setting the trend and then everyone follows them and tries to be like them. If you can just set your own trend, be your own person, be your unique, authentic self, then you don't waste any time pretending to be someone and trying to fit in. And really, you're just trying to fit a square peg in a circle hole. It's just a waste of time trying to fit in. So don't get lost in this materialistic. Don't attach self-worth to having materialistic things. Just focus on your own happiness, because that's your inner dialogue is what really matters, and don't attach it to materials. Rule 43, don't judge others. You know, it does no good to judge others, bring other people down. Just seek the best in people, stop judging them. Rule 44, don't explain your philosophy, embody it, as Epictetus says. Don't argue what a good man is, be one. It's simple, stop arguing with people online about what it means to be good, or saying this person's bad, or I'm better than you. We judge others by their actions, but we judge ourselves by our intentions. Life shouldn't work like that. You should judge yourself off your actions. Do good. Stop arguing what it means to be a good man. Just be one. Rule 45, don't give in to vices. The Stoics believed that there was three things in life: good, bad, indifferent. Everything was either good or bad or indifferent. Good, virtue alone is good. Vice alone is bad. Everything else is indifferent. So avoid vice. Vice is always bad. Intemperance, cowardice, unjust, foolishness, these things are bad. Avoid them. Don't be given into vices and negative impulses. Just keep that in mind. Rule 46, don't lie. Lying doesn't help, and I don't really care if you're lying to people. You know, that's not good. It doesn't help. But lying to yourself is the worst crime, because you know your truth. So you lie to yourself to make yourself feel better. You say, oh, I don't need to eat healthy because, you know, it's the start of the week. I'll wait till the next week. I don't need to exercise because, you know, the doctor says my leg could be okay. My health could be okay. My cardiovascular could be all right. You know, you're just lying to yourself to make yourself feel better. When, you know, if you've got a condition that you need to exercise to improve, then you need to say, I need to do this. The doctor said it, multiple doctors said it, I need to do this. This is good for my health. You know, if you keep eating a thing that's maybe bad for your stomach, you know, it's hurting your stomach, or you're eating something that's bad for your health, but you say, oh, but you know, it's only once or twice. You know you're doing it like 5 times a week and it's not good. Stop lying to yourself. Rule 48, do less. Bruce Lee is quoted, hack away at the inessential, the closer to the source, the less wastage there is. Everyone's trying to do things in life, trying to get more, attain more, be more. And this is a false conflation of being successful, being fulfilled. You do more, you get more, and you're supposed to feel fulfilled, but it's not true. You're just adding more things to your life, and oftentimes more reasons not to be fulfilled. So do less. Get rid of certain things from your life. You don't need all these fancy things. You don't need to try to do this thing. Just make it simple. Life is very simple if you make it simple. Rule 49, don't attach your self-worth to things. The way you dress, what clothes you have, what shoes you have. If you're poor and can't afford certain clothes, it doesn't make you less of a person. Clothes don't mean anything. It doesn't make you a better person. Yes, it's nice to dress clean. It's nice to look nice. You know, a lot of these rich people like to just wear simple clothes. It's just clean, white t-shirt, black trousers. And I know some people can't even afford that, but don't attach yourself to these things and think, oh, if I don't have this, then I'm less of a person. The person you are is defined by your character. It's the virtue you follow. It's not by the clothes on your back. So let go of this idea. I think it's ridiculous. And nearly all the worst people in the world have loads of money and wear nice clothes. So, you know, if having nice clothes made you a good person, then it would be evident, but it's not evident. So having being poor or not having certain things doesn't make you a worse person. 50, don't care what people think. Yes, it's good to hear advice from loved ones, but don't be posting on social media going, I wonder what this person thinks. Don't be going to the gym and then going, actually, I won't train because this person might judge me. Just care what you think. You want to go to the gym that's good for your health, you do that. Don't go to the gym and go, oh, this person might laugh. Most people are just bothered about everyone else judging them. So they're going, oh, that person's judging me. They might even be looking at you going, oh, she's judging me. So don't care what people think. Just focus on yourself because, as my friend used to always say, it's just you alone in your head. So you have to be okay with yourself. You have to love yourself. That inner dialogue has to be kind. Rule 51 is probably my favorite, but just before then, the Stoic t-shirts, the Memento Mori, Amor Fati, the Stoic, the Memento Vivere, there is a sale on shirts with code SON. Using code SON, it's buy one, get one free. I like the Amor Fati and Memento Mori. I like the ones with the mantras because oftentimes, especially this one, like since I've been filming, when I pointed it out earlier, I just remember Amor Fati, love my feet. And the Memento Mori one, that'll bring me on to the next rule from the Stoics. But Memento Mori, I just look at it and go like, wow, yeah, remember I am mortal. It's just a good reminder, especially if you see yourself in pictures or in the mirror. It's just that quick reminder you need to go, oh yeah, Amor Fati. Especially when I find myself acting unstoic and I see it, I go, oh yeah, Memento Mori, Amor Fati, love my fate. And it's just that push in the right direction. So code SON. And obviously it just supports the channel, helps me do what I do, because I want to do more talks with people like Master Shi Heng Yi, and it takes time, money, effort. So thank you to all the people that support the channel. Okay, so rule 51, which is Memento Mori. It's a Latin word that means remember you are mortal or remember death. As I was saying about the Memento Mori calendar, just remember you're mortal. I know it sounds very morbid, and if you do ruminate or have an intense fear of death, then I'm not going to recommend this rule to you. Maybe I recommend therapy or medical help. But Memento Mori, I used to be so afraid of death growing up, and I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be so afraid, like what about this? And I eventually got rid of that fear by the realization that nothing bad will happen. Either I won't know what happened, or if you're religious, you believe in paradise, you believe in reincarnation. But none of them seems to be bad. So I started letting go of that fear. But then I learned about the Stoics, and they're like, whoa, remember death. And it was an odd, abstract, and confusing thought at the start. I was like, why would I remember death? But the more you remember it, I'm like, this time is so limited. Right now I'm filming, I could die just after this film, or right now. So I've got to even just enjoy sitting in front of this camera, filming, which I do enjoy giving these teachings, so it's quite easy for me. So maybe a different example is sitting on a bus. I'm like, I could die right now. So just enjoy this bus, there's loads of people having nice conversations, the sun's shining through the windows, like that golden light that when you keep passing all the bridges, the structure of the bus or the tram, and the light shines through and you can see the shadow go through it and it goes across the thing. You might know what I mean. I don't know if you do know what I mean, but you just gotta love it because you may never have it again. So remember death. Rule 52, be humble. Simple as that. Be humble. Don't think you're better than everyone else because no one's better than everyone else. Just be humble. It's one of the best traits you can pick up in life. 53, develop life principles. And I'll give you 4 right now. Life principles. The 4 Stoic virtues: courage, wisdom, temperance, justice. Use that as your foundation. The reason I say this is especially now, social media, the news, all this kind of thing, these influencers, these billion-dollar industries that are putting certain messages through media, they're manipulating you in a way. And maybe it's not evil, they're trying to sell you something, they want you to think a certain way so you can be on their side. Sometimes it's not as evil and diabolical as you think, sometimes it is. But they want you to think a certain way, so you buy their product or you act a certain way or you believe in their ideologies. If you don't have your own principles, you'll start to be swayed to these things. And if you have a principle, and I say the 4 Stoic virtues is good guidance, and you have wisdom, justice, temperance, if you have these things, then when someone's telling you to believe a certain thing, to act a certain way, you go, right, this doesn't follow justice, this doesn't follow wisdom or courage or moderation. So this is my principle, this is the way I follow in life. 54, it sounds odd, but be prepared for the evils of life. The Stoics had this concept of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of the evils and challenges that lie ahead. So Epictetus said, when you go out to bathe just remember what happens at the baths, the public baths. People splash, people are rude, people push. These things happen, so don't be disturbed when they do happen. When you're on your way to work, know that you may be stuck in traffic, the bus driver may be rude, someone on the bus may be blasting music, someone at work may be annoying. These things just happen in life, and that's just a part of nature. Like, rude people are going to be rude, like dogs are going to bark. These things just happen, so don't be disturbed when they do happen. This premeditation on the things, the evils that come your way, it removes their power in a way, because you're ready for them, you expected them. You don't go, oh, this happened, you're just like, I knew it was going to happen, and you're ready. Rule 55, journal. I've started using meditations of journal, but this is more, I'm writing my thoughts and advice like Marcus Aurelius, so maybe this is a bit different to the rule, but I like to use this just to write like maxims for life. Sort of like these things. Some of these rules I'm telling you right now are going in there, but a bit more different, a bit more personal to me, because they're for me to read. But journaling is, you can use like a journal like this, and you just write down your thoughts, your ideas, and you might not know what to write. I remember seeing a thing someone said to the therapist, like, what do I write? There's too much noise going on, I don't even know what to write. And the therapist said, that's exactly why you need to write. You've got too much going on that you don't even know what to think. So you start getting these thoughts down on paper, and suddenly they're not so scary. They're just some words that go like, oh, this, this, this. And another great thing about journaling that most people don't realize, you don't realize how good you are at writing, how unique your perspective is until you start writing. After a few hours over the weeks, months, years of writing, you go, wow, I have a unique perspective, because you've never tried. And if you try, you'll be surprised. Do things to make you happy, not to impress others. So you take a picture of you sat on a mountain and you're like, whoa, this was so cool, look how cool this is. You got this picture and you're like, this is awesome. But then you're about to post it on Instagram and you're like, my face looks weird. Oh, my shirt doesn't look cool. I remember people, they would have to get their like logo, you know, because they've got their new expensive top. They'll have to get the logo in. And if the logo wasn't in, they're like, oh, I can't show it, it's not got my logo. Or they'll try to get their shoes logo in. It's just weird, but it's not to make them happy, it's to impress others. If it was to make them happy, they'll just sit there and be like, wow, this is cool. And that's another thing, you don't even have to take a photo, but sometimes it's good for memories, and some people like to take photos. But you sit on a mountain and you go, this is nice. But then people think like, oh, if I don't get that photo and share it online, then there was no point. There is a point. That moment defines you. It makes you, it becomes a memory, it becomes who you are. But that picture online, it does define you in a way, but what you become defined by is that less people liked it and it wasn't that good. You didn't get the comments you wanted. So do things to make you happy, not to impress others. Rule 57, don't be greedy. This is a simple one. Everyone knows this. Don't be greedy. If you've got enough of something, let others have it, share with others. It's so good to share with others, to give away, and bring people up. In a way, it sounds contradictory to what I said. Being kind to others and helping others is greedy, because you're like wanting to make the world a better place. You're like, oh, I want more good people around me. I want happier people around me. I want people that are more wise because they've been taught a certain lesson. I want people that aren't struggling as much, because in turn, them not struggling means that they're in a better place to have good conversation with me, lead a good life with me. So in a way, I'm contradicting myself here, that's kind of greedy. You want the world to be a better place. But what I mean by greed is trying to just attain more and more, trying to get more and more, and taking from other people, taking from others to bring yourself up. Don't be greedy. Rule 58, don't compare yourself to others. And this happens so much on social media now. You see someone with a certain life and you go, I want to be like them, I'm not like them, and you get jealous. If you're following someone out of envy or jealousy, unfollow them. Just follow educational or entertainment pages. You look at someone and you go, their life's so much better than mine, because look how happy they are in that picture, they're so smiley. But you know when you take a picture and you smile, you could have been sad at that moment. So the truth is, they could have been sad as well. I have so many people that say this. I see people on social media and they tell me how depressed they are, how much they're struggling. Looking at a page and I'm like, but they look so happy. And you go, yeah, I know I look happy, but I'm just doing it just to fit in. Why? Focus on your own happiness. 59, try see the good in everything. I remember hearing a story about natural disasters, and the kid was saying, why does this happen? And the mum said, look for the good people. Look how many people, despite losing their houses, there's people out there spending hours, days, giving up all their resources to help people, to help give some kindness to other people. And I think it's just amazing, that mindset of going like, yeah, bad's happening, but you can still seek the good. Rule number 60, remember who you are. This is very important because oftentimes we can find ourselves getting lost in life, being swayed a certain way, and people will tell you, oh, you're this, you're that. But just remember who you are at the core. I think it's so fundamental to being grounded. You know what you want to do, you know who you want to be. Just remember these things. People will tell you like, oh no, it's cool to do this, it's cool to want that. But you know what you want. You know best what you want. So just remember who you are. And rule number 61, read the Stoics. Read the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations read the Stoics. I say read the Meditations. This book right here, like you can see it's falling apart, and it's got like little notes in it. I don't know if you can see them. It's got little notes and it's just battered, but I read this every day and just make little notes, and it's helped me drastically. So read the Stoics. But not just read the Stoics, follow the Stoics, follow this YouTube channel, which brings me into my next point. Subscribe and like this video and comment. Comment your favorite rule, or add a rule that you would add. Tell me if these rules help you. I don't even need to know if they help you actually. I know they will help you if you just write them down and follow them, because they've helped me drastically over the years and they've helped millions of people. So thank you for watching, and if you want to support what I'm doing, then please consider becoming a YouTube member or subscribing, or heading over to Instagram at TheEverydayStoic, or my own page at MulliganBrothers. On the store, like I mentioned earlier, you can get the Memento Mori life calendar. It helps what I'm doing, and I know it will help you. Everyone that's been buying these is saying like, oh, it's crazy. Like, I thought it was morbid, then I start doing it, and it makes me really think about the present moment, the time I might waste, or the time, like when you fill out a square, you go, oh, did I use that time wisely? And over the weeks, you start to progressively improve your time. And the poster comes with, it comes in this tube, right? And it's wrapped up in black foil, but it comes with these magnetic strips, these like wooden strips and the leather strap, and you can hang it up. As soon as you get it, you clip them into here and you hang them up anywhere you want, really. But like I said, that supports what I'm doing, and I know it'll help you. And there's a sale on the t-shirts because, it's raining today. So that's not a lie, that's a bit of a lie. But I was saying because the sun's out, but it's started chucking it down recently because we're in England and it's always chucking it down. But there is a buy one get one free sale with code SUN on the shirts. And thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, I always say this, when I started doing this, I think it was like, I keep getting this wrong. Maybe 3% of people would make it this far into the video, which was crazy, but now it's been increasing. I just like doing this to see how far people get into the video. So if you made it this far into the video, comment rule 27. What was rule 27? And I want you to comment what rule 27 was. I remember I said this last time, to comment what is Stoicism. I was expecting people to tell me what Stoicism was to them, and everyone just commented, what is Stoicism, what is Stoicism? And maybe that's on me, a bit confusing. So I actually want you to tell me what rule 27 was, and that's how I know you've watched the full video. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.